let's get back.
So I want to hear. I want to hear
Eli.
your criticism of my comment.
Well, you really didn't make a great argument for why Russell's close to. You really just asked me Phillip Rivers. Now the thing is, I could dismiss Phillip Rivers, right? Is Phillip Rivers an excellent quarterback? Yes. Will he be a Hall of Famer? I think so. A borderline. He's one of those borderline guys. I think I wouldn't be upset.
I think him and Eli are not first ballot Hall of Famers. I think they're second, third, maybe even fourth ballot Hall of Famers. And there's
stop it. Come on.
There's no offense to that. No.
Fourth ballot?
Eli's not even, he's close to not being a 500 quarterback.
Well, but that's because of the last two seasons.
Last two, Brett. No, it's about the last seasons. The last 8 seasons, really.
Nope. Okay. What are you talking about?
They went to the playoffs.
What the heck are you talking about?
Once in the last 7 seasons.
Dude, he's only had a losing season, I think, 3 times.
No, let's go back.
They had no. They had the 7-9. You're gonna make me pull this up right now. They had the 7-9, and then they had the 2. They had the 2 years. This is most likely going to be a losing season. And they had last year. And what are you talking about? 8 losing seasons.
How many years have they
had nothing but winning seasons his whole career?
Besides the 2 years he won the Super Bowl, how many years would you say they've made the playoffs? One other time?
They had. Okay, listen. You had the one just 2 years ago.
I got that.
Was not a losing season.
I got that.
They were probably 9 and. They were probably. They were 11-5. Like, dude, what are you talking about?
Okay,
that was recent.
Pull up the numbers. I want you to pull up their record within the last 10 years.
Okay, put it to you like this. If I am correct, if you throw away these last 2 seasons, Eli's record is 109-81. Okay, when you put these 2 seasons together. That's what makes it so bad, but they're rebuilding and going for draft picks. You're making me sweat over here. I gotta pull up these. I gotta.
I'm pulling.
You go ahead. Okay, so you're going ahead. All right, I gotta wipe my head and get to these.
Please.
I gotta pull up okay, are you pulling up the seasons?
Get yourself together, okay? So
Wait. His first year, he went 8-8.
Okay.
Everything else was winning seasons until recent time. What do you got? I'm going to turn it to you. What do you got?
All right. So you're talking about 2013, 7-9, 2014, 6-10, 2015, 6-10. All right. So 11-5.
No. Start from the beginning. Start from the 8-8.
I mean, the beginning.
Go ahead. Start. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Don't go backwards. Go forward. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So 2006, 8-8, lost to the Eagles. 2007, NFL champions. I get that.
Wait. I think no. He was. Did Eli come in 2004 or am I bugging?
Was it 2004? It might have been.
Well, Kurt Warner started the first 6 games and then turned it over to him.
That's true.
Okay, so forget the first season, but go ahead. So you have, but I want every year though. Or did he come over?
I'll give it to you right now. 2004, he was 6-10. We'll say that was cumulative between him and Kurt Warner.
He was 6-10, but the Giants were 8-8, I think. All right, go ahead. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. All right, go ahead.
2005, 11-5. They lost to the Panthers. 8-8 the next year.
Lost to the Panthers in the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a playoff year. Go ahead.
Okay. Lost to the Eagles. They were actually third in NFC East.
What was the record though that year?
8-8.
8-8. Lost to the Eagles.
Yes,
second playoff appearance. Okay.
Right. Third year. I get it. I don't fault him for it.
Name the records though, because
2007, 10-6, second in the NFC East, and they were the NFL champions, and they won on the road all those games. So I get that. I don't take that away from him. But again, elite defenses, elite.
Oh, I think the first well, it doesn't really matter, but I think the first game they were at home. I think it was against the Gosh, I forget. It skips me.
Buccaneers, maybe.
You're right. It was the Bucs. Good memory. Yeah. I think they might have been home, but who cares though? We know that the second Super Bowl was all road wins. But go ahead.
Okay, that's right. So 2008, 12-4, first in the NFC East. They lost to the Eagles that year. 2009, 8-8, third in the NFC East. No playoffs. 2010, again, great record. Nobody's knocking him for this. 10-6, and he was second in the NFC East. Okay. 2011, we're looking at a 9-7. That was the year that he really came together and he really had, a lot of the wins towards the end of that season. They were really hot. So I remember that year, and that was a great year for him. But again, 9-7 is not a great record. But yes, that was the year that they went all on the road, beat all those teams. It was the Falcons, Packers, Niners, and Patriots in that order. So,
I think they beat the Cowboys too.
No, that was in 2007.
So they didn't face the Cowboys in that second run, huh?
That's correct. That's correct.
And you know what? You're right, because the NFC Championship, that was when I forget the name of that kicker. But it went into overtime, I believe, and then they won by a field goal, and that's when the kicker, you can read his mouth saying, "We're going to the MFN Super Bowl."
That's right. That's right. That's right. Right. So okay,
that was a brutal game too.
That was a great year, man. That was a wild. I was not expecting to be Super Bowl champs that year.
And, I got a good point. I got a good point with that too.
Okay.
That was the 9-7, right?
Yeah.
That was the 9s. Okay.
Yeah.
That proves that he took a mediocre team that was not even having a good year, turned around that mediocre team, and got hot all the way, won all those road games, and beat Tom Brady once again. That's an example of not a great team that he won with.
Again, I think if you look at it again on paper, the defensive unit was totally elite at that point.
They couldn't have been that good if they were 9-7.
Yeah, but you're talking about there could have been a lot of injuries. I don't have the numbers in front of me, and it looks like the Knicks are about to lose this game. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I can promise you that the defense was not 100% healthy at the beginning, and then what happened was that they literally just had a great run towards the end, and Eli was playing lights out during that.
As he always does.
But no, that's not true. Because you're talking about
it is true.
He was
the postseason, or just like on Monday.
Okay, well, we can't say that because it was only 2 postseasons where he balled out. The other ones, he didn't come to play, and nor did his teammates. So I'm going to keep going. This is where it keeps getting dry, right? So after 20,
hold on. You can't skip over him not being a clutch quarterback. What was your example of him not being a clutch quarterback?
So we're talking about the parts around him were so great around that.
We're talking about offensive side of the football. Offensive side.
So the offensive side was good, but again, there was nobody on there that was good.
No, okay. I thought you were saying he wasn't a clutch performer because he's one of the.
I'm not necessarily saying that, but what I'm saying is that I look at the defensive parts around him, and not I understand that he only plays on one side of the ball, but Michael Strahan, Umenyiora, Tuck, the linebackers were pretty good as well too. Antrell Roll, these guys were
Antonio Pierce.
Those were great players for that team, man.
Okay, so you know what? Let's take away from Joe Montana then, because he had excellent defenses as well. Can we do that? Can we take away from Montana?
Listen,
and while we're at it,
you're talking about a different kind of quarterback.
Oh, well, no, you're talking about because of the defensive side of the ball, we have to take credit away from the offensive side of the ball, right?